Hi Pisces, and welcome to your tarovideoscope for December 2017 by Ama. This recording will be for Pisces Sun, Pisces Rising, and Pisces Moon. Not every month your sun sign will make sense to you. Therefore, please make sure that you listen for your rising sign and for your moon sign. This will be a general reading. If you'd like to schedule a private consultation, please email me at amalightworker@gmail.com or visit my website amalightworker.com. For those of you who would like to know more, I already made a whole new video for your sign, and it is up for download and purchase at vimeo.com. The link for that will be right down here below in the show more description box for those of you who are interested. In the video videos, I am doing an Akashic reading for you. I am clearing your energy, and I'm also sending to you some Reiki healing. It is holiday season. Happy holidays to you and to your loved ones. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Please stay tuned in the first days of December because I will be doing a live streaming. When you subscribe, remember to turn on the notification button. The notification button is the little bell next to the subscribe. And when you turn the little bell on, that means that you will be notified every time that I upload special videos or every time that I do live streaming. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. And if you like my videos, thumbs up and subscribe. Now, allow me to focus on this reading for you. And the general feelings that I am picking up for you have to deal with a certain feeling of being a little bit disappointed or a little bit hurt. However, still progressing or moving on. For some of you, there's going to be an important change or an important move. Could also be about a new job. I also keep preparing for something to happen, training, researching, taking courses, or thinking on mastering a skill that you have, or going back to school. Changes in your daily life or in your daily routine, endings and new beginnings, and also something that would involve secret or important information. Now, let's break it down one by one. The first card that wanted to show up in this reading is the Five of Cups. Falls in the position what happened in the past that in some ways is still affecting you in your present current situation or maybe affecting your future. The Five of Cups to me, it means crying over spilled milk, feeling hurt or disappointed or dissatisfied. If you decide to turn your back onto emptiness, fullness is coming. Or this could be how you see and perceive the glass. Is it half full or half empty? Now, allow me to tune in so I can figure out why this card showed up for you in this reading. I keep getting that for many of you Pisceans, this could be quite a very interesting month. Some of you may be struggling a little bit with the feeling of rejection, the feeling of not fully 100% being accepted. And you may see that in a situation, maybe there are some controversies or differences between you and another person. Some of you may feel a little bit isolated. So, for some of you Piscean, it could be that you can have a mix of all of these emotions. They are talking about a romance in the workplace, a flirtation, a friendship that could or could have not turned into a romantic relationship. And for some of you, whatever happens, you may still need to find some closure or accept the situation. And in some degree, you may still have to deal with some feeling of loss, some feeling of denial as well. But this is also about how you perceive a situation, what's your take on it, what is your interpretation. It could also be that somebody may intentionally try to misguide you, but this could also be that your perception or your understanding, your interpretation maybe is not correct. So if you have to deal with important stuff like traveling, itineraries, gathering, important meetings, contracts, important research, important documents, please make sure that you truly understand what is going on. But there's also a little bit of this transition where many of you Pisceans seemed that recently emotionally you must have been through a rough patch, because slowly and gradually in December you are going to go away from this energy of confusion, hurt and disappointed, but this will happen a little bit gradually. But you are going to leave these emotional struggles, at least most of them, behind you. The next card that you have is the Five of Swords. So you seem to have two fives in this reading, and to me it means struggles that you need to overcome, and a combination of good and bad things. So a combination of both things. Five of Swords, to me, it means you have to let go of something in order for success to come in. It also means sometimes having to draw a line in the sand, standing your ground, competitions of importance, winners and losers, clearly defeating others, but also at the same time, please be very careful of overconfidence. This feeling of isolation that you have been feeling could be because, as part of your inner transformation, emotional maturation and spiritual journey, maybe from time to time you need and you have that feeling of having to withdraw and having some time to yourself. But also, you had to deal with particular situations where you felt that you were being misrepresented, you were being misunderstood, and you had to deal with a lot of people who maybe had some not so pure intentions towards you. You may decide to turn your back onto these people, or turning your back onto a situation involving other people. Maybe these two are having a disagreement, maybe it is about gossip. You may simply choose to turn around and mind your own business. But this is also coming as a huge and strong advice for many of you Pisceans to kind of follow your gut instincts. So choose your activities carefully. Choose the events that you like to participate carefully. If you if you are getting invited to some event and if you don't feel like going or getting involved, don't do it. If you feel that very powerfully, strongly speaks to you, then by all means do it. But you really have to put yourself first and please yourself first. The next card, oh, this could also be about you having some thoughts or ideas. Maybe, you know, like a plan in the back of your mind about either moving or traveling. So traveling and moving could be in your mind. I don't actually know if you are going to do it, but you're going to have your own ideas, wishes, and desires around a possible move or your desire to travel. The next card that you have is the Seven of Wands. It does fall in the position of the near future. It, to me, it means not sure of the outcome, but preparing to fight anyway. It also means fighting one by one negative people, negative situations, negative forces, negative energies. So preparing in some ways for your life to transition or preparing for your life to change. You may be dealing one after another with situations that maybe in the past you have overlooked, and now you get to have a second chance into completing them, finalizing them, or simply you are going to feel very productive, and so you may get things done one after another. For some of you, the Seven of Wands, it is rather coming as you managing your inner feelings and your inner struggles. So, if there was anything that internally was a struggle for you, you may kind of get more in control of these emotions and also trying to figure out something that is deeply very personal to you or is very private to you. This is also coming as you struggling a little bit with some information or some communication, because wands also represent news, information, communication. This could be about research. This could be about data gathering. For some of you, you may be interested in some way advancing in life, advancing your career. You may be doing research about different programs that you like to be accepted, different colleges, different universities. For some of you, you could be researching job options and if there is any opening. So there will be some kind of research involved, and something is coming to fruition because you are researching about something. And it really does feel like many of you will decide to get matters into your own hands. And this could be really signing up for courses, programs, deciding to further your education. So you know that you're going to struggle until you complete them, but at the same time, you know that your efforts are going to be worth it. You may find yourself having to deal with a new aspect of the job. Maybe something new is being incorporated. This could be computer programs, this could be new people. You may have to deal with some new situations at work. So for some of you, it feels like learning to do something new or training to do something new in a work situation. But also, many of you are going to confront one by one your own inner fears, your own inner struggles, your own inner issues. And sometimes you may also have to deal with people one by one. The next card that you have is the Death card. Don't be afraid. Falls in the position of advice. And the meaning of it has to deal with completion, endings, and new beginnings. It also focuses on new beginnings in a career, in a partnership, new lifestyle, new opportunity, and to me personally, it also represents changes in your daily routine. For some of you, maybe you are going to hear back from a job that you applied for, or maybe you already did, and now you are preparing to transition, ending one job so you can begin another job. Thus, for some of you, that also means that your working hours may be changing, your daily routine may be changing as a result. There is this emotional stagnation that many of you Pisceans have felt to a certain degree. For some of you, maybe you really felt it in a much heavier sense. For other Pisceans, maybe it was a little bit lighter than others. But all of you seemed to have felt this internal heaviness. Maybe some of you were a little sad. Maybe some of you had to deal with grieving, loss of someone or loss of an opportunity. Some of you may be grieving the ending of a partnership or a relationship. But whatever this is, whatever needs to come to a closure, whatever you need to overcome, get over it, it feels like gradually in December you are going to find a way to kind of brighten your load, to brighten your days, to feel lighter, to feel more uplifted. And for many signs, and also for you, I keep getting that things will make more sense to you, things will come to it, or things will fall in the right place as you approach the end of the month, especially maybe in the last 10 days. For some of you, this could be the ending of a relationship as you know it. It doesn't necessarily represent the ending of a relationship. It simply represents the ending of a relationship in the form that has been so far. So for some of you, this relationship could be changing, transforming, transitioning. There's also a lot of some of you maybe you dedicated a lot of time to taking care of someone else in the family. They were ailing in some way, maybe they were sick and you took care of them. This could signify the ending of you taking care of this other person. Maybe they get better, so there's no need for you to worry so much. When it comes to a family situation, and a family situation could be anything, it does feel that many of you will transition to a whole new vibration, to a whole new energy when it comes to family-related issues, family-related situations, or concerns, because I keep getting a solution in the making. But it does feel that more so than in December, you are really going to feel it, to feel this resolution to a family situation more so towards January. You may be feeling that time is passing by, life is passing you by. You may be feeling like it's time for you to take action, it's time for you to get going. Some of you may really decide to open that business. You may decide to really go after your dreams, your goals, exactly what you want. For other Pisceans, this could be about this transformation may not just simply be internally, because death also represents transition, endings and beginnings. This could be about you improving your communication skill, you improving your physical appearance, or making some changes to the way how you present yourself to others. So it could be some change in your physical appearance for some of you. However, I also keep getting this is coming more so like an advice, dedicate some time to maybe getting a massage, getting a facial, getting your nails done, getting acupuncture, getting Reiki. So find some time for that, or even getting a reading, getting an energy healing. So find time for that because you may really need it. The energy around you will be shifting for the better, but not without you having to go through a little bit of a mix of emotions before completely your energy transformed for the better. And the last card that you have in the position of how to keep and maintain balance and possible outcome, this is the Page of Swords. And this Page of Swords keeps on coming up a lot in these December predictions, even for other signs. So, to me, the Page of Swords, if it represents a person, usually it represents a youth or a younger person under the sign of Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. This could be the sun sign, the rising sign, or the moon sign. It also means, sometimes it represents to me power struggles, possession of knowledge or possession of secret, caution, the possibility to help, but help being held back due to petty reasons. And again, it also means caution, and it also means secrets closely guarded. So now allow me to figure out what does this mean, and why is it that this card showed up in this reading for you. In the past, you had to pay a high price about mistakes that you made, about the people that you decided to let in, the people that you decided to trust with your thoughts, the people that you decided to trust with your confidences, or in a situation that involved money. Maybe you were too trusting with your money. It does feel that, even though some lessons that you had to learn in life, for some of you, maybe it was a situation where you felt cheated on, or maybe somebody cheated on you, or maybe they were not faithful, or they were hiding information, they were lying, or trying to deceive you in some way. It does feel that many of you will take a stand, and you are going to put a stop to that. But there is a situation where some of you may still have to deal with something that still needs to be finalized. This could be in regards to a legal situation, you having to deal with some important paperwork, contracts, or there is something else that still needs to be completed. I also keep getting the completion of a major project. You maybe you were involved in the past with this Page of Swords. But I also keep getting that for other Pisceans, this Page of Swords could be someone that is linked to you. You could be either legally responsible for them or responsible for them in some ways. And you may be the one trying to guide them, trying to comfort, give them some comfort, trying to take care of them. This could be a child of yours, this could be a niece or a nephew. Because this is a general reading, I'm also going to say that this could be also a young girl. Whatever you do, it does feel that you still need to be careful. Maybe you thought you learned the lesson, but you still need to be careful with information being presented to you, or whatever deal or information or whatever story this Page of Swords is telling to you. Sometimes it may just be better if you just walk away, mind your own business, or if this is your child, you may really want to not trust on 100%. There could be something that they are lying about, or they are trying to deceive you in some way. But again, you are going to catch them in a lie, or you may catch them in action, and you are going to put a stop to that. Um, some of you need to take a little bit more time before you launch, before you do some sort of a big move. So you may have certain thoughts about moving. It's very advisable that for some of you, maybe take a little bit more time to think about it before you actually decide to move, or take a little bit more time to think about it before you actually decide to change your job. And you are going to hear a lot of gossip, and it may be a little bit confusing to you, or certain news or information that you are going to hear and you are going to receive initially could be a little bit confusing to you. It does feel like if this is a partner to you, and if this is someone that in some way wasn't fair or just to you, you may just decide to cut them off and put some distance between you and this other person. If not, put a huge distance between you and this other person. So you may choose not to be affiliated, associated with them anymore. So you may take the decision to kind of cut them off. And just do your own thing. Proceed with whatever you need to proceed. Go ahead with whatever you need to be doing. So select your information and select your friends carefully. I hope that that made sense to you, Pisceans. Please leave me a comment right down here below. And remember, we're going to have a live streaming in the first days of December. Now, if you turn on the notification button, which is the little bell icon next to the subscribe, when you turn that on, that button will notify you immediately when I make new videos, or every time that I'm going to be doing a live streaming. So stay tuned for that. Check out the link down here below for those of you who would like to know more, because I did a whole new reading for your sign, and the link for that will be right down here. Contact me for a private reading at amalightworker@gmail.com. And you may also visit my website, amalightworker.com. Happy holidays! Again, I wish you all the best. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Bye.